Welcome back, everyone. Spurs 9501. It's Kam here in Florida. And
Zach here, Southwestern Ontario, Canada. Thanks for having me.
well, here we go again now. Great result there. Zach, how do you feel? Tell me how you feel first.
Well, extremely ecstatic. I was fumbling a bit before this video, jumping around my house, trying to find everything I needed because the excitement was so high. I knew I did be on here. Sorry I'm late.
All right. So what made you most happier? I mean, obviously a Spurs win, but how about the Gooners going down 2-0 at home to Brighton, who haven't won in 6 or 7 games, I believe. They lost 6, drew 1, and this was their 8th game going in. And
The score, it was actually 2-1.
I was 2-1.
For
Sorry,
Brighton.
yes.
That's okay.
Great goal.
But I always, as with Spurs, I always expect a win. And as with the scum, as I've been known to call it, I always expect them to lose. They're always going to do us favors, in my opinion. And I think they'll do a favor for us again when we play them and just fall right off. They won't be able to touch us.
Well, they're going to go to West Ham and they're going to go to Chelsea too, don't forget. So
yeah, and look at Chelsea today, holy.
So you think that Arteta's a secret Spurs fan?
No. I think he's completely devastated with what's been happening. And I used to tune into Arsenal Fan TV quite a bit after their losses. I haven't today, but I assume there's some quality content on there.
Oh, good. You should do. It's nice to gloat. See the good. I mean, they had it all to win, didn't they? They had 2 games ahead, same points. They'd won both of those games. Away to Palace and at home to Brighton. I mean, those are the 2 games we didn't expect them to lose, but they did. So coming back to us, Tottenham Hotspur, best club in the world. 4-0. After that, I mean, 2 minutes in, there we go. There goes Son. I mean, what a strike. How did talk me through that? What are your feelings towards that first goal?
And Kane's always got his foot or his head in every single action going forward. I want to give him a shout out right away because I think without Kane, we had no goals today. But anyways, Son today was so calm, collected, couldn't miss. I don't think he missed. He took 3 shots, got 3 goals. Yeah. Excellent.
But what a shot, right? I mean, just a snapshot. No, he didn't take the first touch. He didn't try and control it. He just hit it so sweetly, came right off the post, leaving the keeper absolutely no chance. So 2.5 minutes in, 1-0 to Spurs. I thought, here we go now. It's going to run them over completely. But then Villa just started really getting dirty and getting into the game. How are we feeling? What happened? That
you're absolutely right. It got gritty. It got dirty. It got rough. They were using all sorts of physicality. I don't think we quite expected that sort of response from us taking an early lead. And you know what? I'll give credit to Villa here. They really put it on us in the first half. We had no answer for any of their attacking plays. I guess we did because we had Hugo Lloris as a stone wall in the net there. How many world-class saves did he make today? I think if he wanted a highlight reel for his resume, just show him the game today, and that's all you'd need.
I mean, that first save that he pulled off from one of their youngsters, I can't remember his name. I mean, it was a close range, belted it at 60, 70 miles an hour straight at him. I mean, even getting a hand to that would normally have just tipped in because it came so quick and so fast. But he had a strong enough reaction there to tip it over. I mean, it happened so fast, I couldn't even keep up myself.
I think that you would have even seen the likes of Emmanuel Neuer himself cower from that.
Yeah, that was an incredible save. And then, I mean, thank God for Danny Ings, right? I mean, we didn't sign him. I mean, that free kick. I mean, we are vulnerable on set plays. Villa are very good on set plays. I think they've got some of the best scoring record on set plays. But that free kick, when they just tipped it over, straight over to Ings, obviously I thought he was going to be offside. On a replay, he was actually onside. And he flushed it, didn't he?
Yeah, what a miss. Lucky for us. The set play was phenomenal. We've never seen Spurs do anything cool like that. So obviously it's not a main focus for us. pardon me, we're not looking for those sort of set plays. We're looking to put the ball in the back of the net from open play, which I
Yes.
think we are so good at right now. And
We need to
I don't
try
know.
something though. I mean, does it make you wonder? I mean, Coutinho, I thought was really good for Villa in the first half. I mean, he seemed to be everywhere. He was spreading it around. We couldn't control him. We couldn't get hold of him. He was you know, maybe there was a word that he could have come to us. That kind of player that you think we may have been missing to take us to that one level up.
No. Like, would he have added quality to the squad? Absolutely. But I think you have the likes of Kuleveski and Sonny. He's not going to start over either of those guys. I mean, Son's probably how old is he even? Sonny's about 30.
29.
Yeah. So and he still runs circles around him, in my opinion. A lot more directly. You don't see the dangling and the juggling from Sonny as much these days. But like you can't deny his positioning and his clinical skills at all.
When he's on form, when Son's on form, there is no player like him, is there? I mean, a few matches back where he just couldn't hit anything, he couldn't score anything, and suddenly, I mean, the great thing right now about what Conte's done to this team is we've come on form just at the right time. We've come on form where everybody else is now beginning to slow down or they're beginning to lose points. Manchester United today, the Arsenal today. I mean, obviously not Chelsea, but you know, I mean, and this is the time to come on form, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Better late than never, they say. We absolutely needed these 3 points. We still do. Well, Arsenal still has a game in hand on us. But you know what? In my opinion, that game is us. Yeah. We have to beat them, and that will solidify our 4th place finish, I think, if we beat them. Their toughest game is going to be this North London derby, no matter what, because we're such rivals, and those points mean more than any other points, in my opinion.
And I will be there, Zach. I will be at that game.
Yep. So lucky, man. I live 5,000 miles away. I wish. You're just as far, actually.
I've already got my flight, and I've got my ticket from the last time when I missed out. So, Zach, so here we go. First half, we went in. I was begging for halftime myself. I don't know about you. And I just thought, let's just get there, keep that lead. Seemed impossible because, let's face it, the Spurs of old would have let in about 2 or 3 of those goals. But we kept them out. I mean, we did. I thought, you know, the race was stepped up when we needed him. Going in at halftime, second half, we knew that we were going to do better. Another team was going to turn up. I thought Villa started immediately exactly as they'd left off. But then Kulusevski stepped up. Want to talk me through that?
Yeah, he was very quiet in the first half. I even, we're members of different chat groups. A lot of people were pointing that out. And then he just turned on a switch. He started barreling up that right wing. He started making nice little short passes, through balls, little passing plays. You see him make Tyrone Mings, one of the best defenders, in my opinion, in the whole league, just flop onto the ground and leave him with all the time in the world to give Son that assist. Like, Son is never going to miss from there. And how was he wide open? You know, Villa just shut off, especially after our second and then third, fourth, just they were falling asleep.
Maybe potentially, but coming on to the Kulusevski, because we scored again so early on, I think that took the wind out of Villa's sails, didn't it? Because they, coming back 1-0 down, attack, having us on the ropes, anything can happen. 2-0 down, it's harder to motivate yourself. They kept coming, and then that great ball up from, I think it was from, I can't remember, it was directly from Lloris or another player. Head of Kane again. We saw that against Newcastle too. Beautifully, Son running on it. 1-on-1 on the keeper, clinical finishing for the third goal. I mean, was that classic? We did that against Newcastle. We've now done it against Villa. I mean, go ahead.
If you were to go back and just solely focus on what Kane's doing, he's looking up. He's looking at his player. He's looking up. He's just always positioning himself, watching where the guy is going, and he doesn't even need to use his feet. He just touches it, little knock, through ball, goal after goal from our wingers. It's crazy. He did it for both Kuleveski and Sonny today. Like, amazing.
Yeah.
Kane is the best all-around player in the world. I'll say it right now.
I'm a bit sad that he hasn't scored on a lot. We've scored 9 goals and none of them have come from Kane, which is again a testament to the team, wouldn't you say? That we were overly reliant on Kane getting us goals, and now everyone
Absolutely.
else is stepping up. So that's a good thing. And congratulations to Son on his hat trick. I think well deserved. Players come on form and we've needed him. So another great
Absolutely.
victory for Spurs. So I want to ask you, Zach, pick your man of the match.
Hugo Lloris.
Oh, good one. Good one.
He saved our butts.
Mhm.
If it wasn't for him, if we were playing like I don't even know who our backup goalie is right now. I'll tell you that. Say Joe Hart was in there or Gazzaniga. Who is our backup goalie?
Golini.
Oh, I forgot all about that guy.
I know, but going back.
I think either of those other three that were mentioned by us there would have let in 5 goals in that first half.
Yeah.
The reaction times, and Hugo Lloris is what, 34, 35 years old now?
Well,
I'm thinking we got 2 more?
Yeah, he signed an extension.
Excellent. He's never looked better, to be honest.
Not
Like,
today,
excellent
no.
work.
But we could have to say a player scores a hat trick and we win 4-0. You've got to get the man of the match and the match ball, right? So
Yeah.
I go with Son on that one. Having said that, I mean, a bit disappointed at how we let Villa bully us, because I can only call it bullying in the first half. But I'm very pleased that, where we showed weakness in, say, midfield and some of the defensive play, Lloris stepped up in goal to fill that gap. Our front three sort of like looked lost after the first goal, but once we got that second goal and just put Villa on the ropes, I mean, the place was emptying out like almost like the coronavirus had hit them again. But
Yeah.
it was great to see. Well, here we go, Zach. We've got 3 games coming up. Let's just quickly go through those games. I'll tell you exactly what we'll be playing next. I just didn't have it up here. Hold on one second. Okay. So Zach, will be playing next Brighton at home, even though we just played Brighton. Don't forget they just beat the scum at the Emirates. So that's our next game. Then we've got
Is that home or away?
We've got Brighton at home at Spurs. We've got Brentford away, and then we've got Leicester at home. All 3 winnable games for you, Zach?
Yeah, absolutely. The first 2 especially. Brighton is on good form, but we're going to be at the Lane, and we're going to have 60,000 fans screaming for us to win. We can't stop momentum now. We need to continue to win games by large goal margins like this. We need Kane continuing to do those little through balls to our wingers. We know Sonny has all the clinical striking abilities. We're seeing it from Kuleveski now too. And you know what? Kane's going to get a goal in these next, probably 2 goals in these next 3 games at minimum. But mind you, he could have 4 or 5 assists yet again. And those are just as important. Kane has already gotten 3 golden boots and a playmaker award. I mean, he might get that again this year. You never know.
So I'll say to you then, Zach, we start our May with the first game on the 7th of May against Liverpool away. And then after that, literally 5 days later, we've got the scum at White Hart Lane. That's going to be
a home game, though.
Week, isn't it?
Yeah, I think, honestly, I think the Liverpool game's the only game where we will draw points. I'm hoping for a draw. I'm hoping for a win, obviously. Yeah. We can beat Man City twice, and we can see Man City beating Liverpool from time to time recently as well. I mean, we have to employ the right system for each team. And, the Liverpools and the Cities, they're really possession-based, quick attacks. One thing I've been thinking of, just kind of a different thing, the quietest, best player for us recently, Ben Davies. You hear Dyer, you hear Romero. They're making a couple mistakes here and there. Romero's phenomenal, though. Holy smokes, is he good at tackling. Dyer, is very stout. He's a good commander, in my opinion. He's doing a lot more physically, but you never hear Ben Davies' name, and he hasn't made a single mistake in recent.
Newcastle.
Exactly. He hasn't made any mistakes either. I'm watching him. He's quietly
Phenomenal today.
potentially our best defender.
Phenomenal today.
Yeah, I love Ben Davies as of lately.
Absolutely. So just a great win. 3 more this month of April is really important. We've got 3 very winnable games. Interesting though, I hear that what about Ericsson seems to be really doing it at Brentford, and that we may be going back in for him. How do you feel about that, Zach?
I feel like that would be an excellent idea. A lot of people say he left on bad terms. That may be so, but he's got that chemistry with Kane. I feel like he could fall right back into place. But who's he going to replace on the squad? He's going to drop into where Kane usually is, and I feel like Kane is going to be less useful if he's forced to stay forward because his drop back plays have been amazing. So I think on that right wing, you can have Eriksson, Kulusevski, sorry, kind of intertwining there, or if you want to rest somebody, that's fine. You can put Kane back up into a one system and have Sonny Eriksson kind of in behind him. We need that creative midfielder because right now that's Kane.
Absolutely, it is indeed. And the other thing that we need to wish for here, Zach, is that they all stay fit, because we saw Doherty go down. Luckily, we had 2 left backs in Reguilon and Sessegnon come back into the team squad today, so that was very helpful. But at that front 3 need to stay fit for the next 6 to 7.
I don't think Doherty would have got injured if he was playing his natural position. He's, I think, our most one-footed player that we have, and he's a right-footed player. Why is he on the left wing at all? I think you would have been better putting Royale on that side and let Doherty play where he's been playing so well for us. He's just so awkward on his left foot. I think that's why he got injured, to be honest.
Good. Well, another great win. Let's just hope we can carry on doing that. Here we are now, 57 points, a goal difference of 10 above the Gunners. They have want their 1 game in hand, but they've got to go away to Tottenham, to West Ham, and to Chelsea. And then they've got Man United at home. So this is really in our hands now, isn't it?
Yeah, Chelsea's going to beat them. Hammers are going to beat them. They're going to lose all those games that you just said.
Well, like you said, we would have hoped those were the games where they would lose, but they actually lost against Brighton and they lost against Palace. So this is fantastic, isn't it?
Yes, it's excellent. And I have a good friend here. One of my best friends, Owen is his name. Yeah. Big Gooners fan. He's always hounding me. He's always sending me pictures of the table. Guess who can? You can say the tables have turned now because we're above them. And I'm going to be sending him on the highlight reel from today. I'm going to show him a picture of the table. I'm going to show him his results. I'm just going to get all over him about it because you know what? I live in Canada. Not so many soccer fans here. Sorry, football. But the few that are here, we need to stay strong. We need to stay passionate about it, at least in rural Ontario. So, yeah, I got a best friend who's an Arsenal fan, and he's not having a good time these days.
Good. Glad to hear it. So, nice to see you again, Zach. Let's hope we go from strength to strength and we'll be back again next week. So, before you go, let's do a come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs, baby.
Yeah. Good. Nice to see you again. Thanks.
Pleasure being here. Thank you again.
Don't forget, everyone, click subscribe, do what you need to do. Spurs 9501. Bye from me in Florida.
Canada.